Welcome to another Blackout podcast. We are here back at it again, we're bringing you the tea and the potatoes.
And the potatoes?
Yeah, you gotta eat that.
Bro, tea with potato, I don't do that shit, bro.
Bruv, you've never done tea and sweet potato? You're a liar, man.
Bro, I eat tea with croissant.
Yeah, but that's more like French thing. In Africa, we put the biggest sweet potatoes on the table and drink some tea with it.
Yeah.
Nice, healthy, vegetarian.
It's an old fashion, so we stick to that.
Let's go, bring it.
Uganda's parliament has passed a bill which would criminalise people who identify as LGBTQ, with those found guilty facing up to 10 years in prison. The bill passed with widespread support in Uganda's parliament.
In our country, we will have our morals. We will protect our children. We are making this law for ourselves. We are making this law for our children. We are making this law for the children of our children. This country will stand firm. And once it passed, I can tell you, Madam Speaker, we are going to reinforce the law enforcement officers to make sure that homosexuals have no space in Uganda.
Ooh, interesting.
That's Uganda for you right there.
Listen, what I think about this is every country has their own rules and regulation. And I mean, if one country choose to have, or a people of that country, majority, the people of that country think it's right to not having that, to put that as a rule, I don't see the issue. Because I mean, it's not like African countries that goes in other European country or in America and say, yo, you should change the rule in this and that and that. It doesn't work that way. But of course, everybody should have the freedom in other way, but we are restricted by the system, by the government of the country itself. That's how it works. Out of the rules. What do you think about it, actually?
Yeah, I mean, making it a law is kind of a bit too much. Because I think people should just, I mean, Uganda, of course, Uganda, the country can do whatever they want, and basically that's the rule of sovereignty. Countries can do what they think they want, but just thinking a bit logically, I'm like, okay, as long as it's not promoted or celebrated or put in the face, people should be able to live their life, And for me, that's okay. I don't want to see it in my face all the time or anything, but
that's what we do.
If you do whatever you do in your private settings, has no bearings on the society whatsoever. And so that's why I'm like, I understand what Uganda is doing and that's what they want to do, but at the same time, I don't fully agree. I don't really, because
it's their country, they decide.
Yeah, of course, I'm not saying they shouldn't decide, I'm just saying I don't agree on making it a law. Like that, like people can live their own life.
And still, even people in Uganda can still do whatever they want if they do it.
Yeah, but
if
people
you do it home and hiding,
right.
It's alright. Nobody gonna come and.
But it becomes like people cannot live. What they say?
Freely.
You'll be living in fear, or I mean, I don't want anybody to live in fear because it's. I mean, let's say Uganda. Let's use the Uganda's word. They say they want to protect the young or whatever, but fine enough. But you're not protecting the young are not exposed to it, unless it depends. I don't know how the youngs are exposed to it. I don't know how.
I mean, it's a lot of promotion.
Yeah, but
we have like, if you look at the Western society, for example, the Western structure, they have like, basically, they march and they put the flags. They promote it quite a lot.
Extensively.
And I think the reason why they actually choose to solve it that way, I think they know their own country, they know the people who live in their country, so they have and that's probably the reason why they choose to have those kind of laws.
Yeah, I'm thinking you can. So my point is like you can outlaw the promotion or the extensive like promotion or the teaching, the thing in public place. You can do that, but saying if you see a person walking down the aisle in the street or wherever, and then you have to imprison them, I think that's a bit too much.
Yeah, I agree. It's a bit too much in the sense.
Because that's basically.
But it's like
basically like yeah,
it's like another law. One day another law might appear. Like okay, now we let those there is this thing. What is people who like animals? Zufa. I don't know what they call, but if one day that happen again, like now it become a thing. Should we just let it happen because people, we
sensitive.
It's all about like.
No, I mean
they probably see what's coming. They probably see the wave, and then they're trying to like, kind of limit it.
I think that's what's happening. I think a lot
but the way you say it though, the way you say it, we try to take care of our family value. We try to take care of our children's children. I'm like, whoa!
It's protect the whole generation.
You want to take care of the not only generation. Like literally, you want to just take care of the whole future of the basically it's crazy.
But that's Uganda for you. But I think the majority of this law coming in different countries, even the US actually, they have like
in one state. I think,
in Miami,
they can put a law.
The thing is, it's a reaction of excessive promotion, excessive. It's like when you're being given, it's like taking food and just shove it in your throat, and with all these things, and you're like, instead of eating it, you're just puking because you don't like it anymore. Yeah. I think that's what's happening. The more you push the agenda on people, the more repulsive, the more they don't want to have it, the more they react against it.
That's
and
true.
then it becomes negative for the one actually who's supposed to benefit about it, because people are so fed up.
That's true. That's true.
I think everything in moderate and everything in good dosage. Okay, we accept
good doses. The way you put it though.
The first thing was like tolerant. People are tolerant. People accept it. You have every right to like everybody. But the other thing is just too much. Just now you've got everything. Just relax now.
Yeah.
Live in peace. We'll be good.
Even Russia actually put a law that you can't inject yourself with you can't use the what's called the material. For example, the material to change your hormones or
hormone blockers.
You can't use medicine for that. You can't use.
You mean like in trance?
In trance, yeah.
Oh,
they actually put a law for that as well.
Wow, that's
and I actually checked this one though. I actually checked like if you look in the entire world, there is very few countries who are pro.
It's not like
and then a very majority of countries in the world are very numb, and it's actually something that I was wondering, and it was interesting to
but
see.
Majority of people live this, like you can say, live what is natural way of thing, right? You have male, female, and that interaction, right?
True.
That's the majority of people. But there's also this few minority who wanna do something different.
And it's okay.
And it's fine, but the problem is not that before it was like people were repulsive, they don't want it, they wanna treat them, but at least in the Western society, they accepted, they tolerated everything. But they're taking it further, right? And you just
1 month though, 1 month of going around, bro. I think
that's what
I don't mind 1 month, but come on. Black Lives Matter didn't even last one.
Man, that was a fake ass organization.